Welcome to the deep dive. Our mission, as always, is to take a whole stack of sources, pull out the really key bits of knowledge, and help you get genuinely well-informed, fast.
And hopefully make it engaging, too.
Exactly. So today, we're diving into something that really hits close to home for a lot of people. How do you protect your home, your family, when losing a job feels like a real threat?
Yeah, it's a tough one. And the reality is most families feel like they're just, a couple of missed paychecks away from serious financial stress.
It's true. So this deep dive is all about understanding the practical systems you can actually put in place, starting now, to protect what's probably your biggest asset, your home.
Right. And it's important, I think, to frame this. This isn't about scaremongering or fear. It's really about empowering you with proactive steps.
Yeah.
Preparation.
Okay.
Because the sources we looked at, they really hammer home how the job market works today.
Yeah.
Job changes aren't the exception anymore. They're kind of the norm.
Yeah, I saw that. What was the number? Careers averaging?
Just 2 to 4 years per role. That's the average.
Wow.
So with that kind of shifting landscape, being prepared isn't just like a good idea. It's pretty essential for stability.
Okay. That really sets the stage. So let's unpack this more. What did the research say about the actual impact of job loss? Because it's
Right.
way more than just the lost paycheck, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It goes much deeper.
It feels like it hits everything. Your home, obviously, your lifestyle,
Oh.
your family's whole sense of security. It's huge. And the core message, the thing that came through again and again in the sources, was crystal clear. You don't wait until it happens. You prepare now.
Exactly.
It's like building a fortress before the storm hits, not trying to throw up walls while the wind's howling.
Precisely. And when you prepare proactively like that,
Right.
well, the benefits go way beyond just the immediate money stuff.
Right.
What the sources really show is that this preparation maintains something maybe even more valuable, your peace of mind.
Ah, okay. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, it lets you keep your family's routine going. It gives you that sense of stability, even when other things feel really turbulent. It's about protecting your present and your future, not just, your bank account.
Okay, so we understand the why. It's critical. We see the tightrope lots of families are on. But what can people actually do? What did the sources say are the concrete steps to build that safety net?
Right, the actionable stuff.
Yeah, and this is where it gets really interesting. The sources point to three main strategic moves. And these aren't just theories. They feel like real, practical actions.
Things you could start doing.
Exactly. Things that can shift that anxiety into, well, maybe some actual peace of mind.
Yeah.
So number one, the cornerstone, building an emergency fund.
The classic advice, but crucial.
Totally. Our sources strongly recommend having 6 months of breathing room saved up.
6 months of your essential living expenses.
Right. Now, I know that can sound like a mountain to climb for some people.
It definitely can.
So the advice is, look, if that's not possible right now, don't get discouraged. Start with even 1 month's worth. Just get started.
Break it down.
And here's a really practical tip from the sources, a powerful one. Automate your savings weekly. Treat it just like any other bill you have to pay, non-negotiable.
It's often those small, consistent actions that make the biggest difference, isn't it? That automation piece. The sources really emphasize its power.
Why is it so effective?
Well, it removes the emotional hurdle, the should I save this week decision. It just happens. And what's fascinating, what the sources highlighted, is that it's not just about consistency. It's like a psychological hack.
A hack? How so?
Studies show people are way more likely to hit their savings goals when it's automated. It uses what they call frictionless decision-making. You bypass that daily struggle with willpower.
Ah, okay. So you're not relying on discipline every single day.
Exactly. You're basically engineering your environment for success rather than just, trying harder all the time.
I like that. Engineering your environment. Okay, powerful. So that's move number one. The second strategic move leans into what, for many families, is their biggest asset, their home equity.
Right. Using your home equity.
The sources point to something called a home equity line of credit, or HELOC, as a potential backup plan. But I imagine for a lot of people, the idea of using their home like that feels risky.
It can, absolutely. And it should be approached carefully.
So what cautions or specific advice did the sources give around a HELOC? Beyond the timing, because they stressed getting it approved while you're still employed. That's critical, right?
Oh, absolutely critical. You almost certainly won't get approved if you wait until after you've lost your job. Lenders need to see stable income.
Okay.
But beyond that, the sources are really clear. This is not about treating your home like an ATM machine.
Right, not for holidays or new cars.
Definitely not. It's a contingency tool, a last resort. The discipline needed is huge. They strongly advise using it only for absolute essentials, covering mortgage payments, maybe critical living costs during that job transition period. Never for discretionary spending.
So it's a safety valve, not a spending account.
Precisely. It's about having that resource available if and only if it's genuinely needed, and understanding the rules, the guardrails around using it.
That distinction is vital. Okay,
Okay.
so emergency fund first. HELOC as a carefully managed backup. What's the third move?
The third move is about building systems for side income, diversification.
Ah, the side hustle idea?
Sort of, yeah. But maybe less pressure than hustle. We're talking about creating small, repeatable income streams, maybe consulting based on a skill you have, doing some freelancing, offering a digital service online.
Okay, and the point isn't necessarily to replace your full-time salary overnight.
Not at all. That's key. The sources reveal that even just a few hundred extra dollars coming in each month can be a total game changer. Well, think about it. That extra bit could cover your utility bills, or maybe bridge a gap in your mortgage payment if things get tight. That alone provides massive stability and, again, peace of mind.
Yeah, I can see that. Take some pressure off.
Exactly. This strategy is all about diversifying where your money comes from. It's a really powerful, proactive step. It's not about aiming for some huge startup success, right?
Yeah.
Like the sources highlight, even that bit from a weekend gig or a small online service, if your main income suddenly dips or disappears, that extra cash isn't extra anymore.
It becomes essential.
It becomes the lifeline, covering your electricity bill or buying groceries. That shift in perspective is what makes these, let's call them micro businesses, so powerful. They give you multiple points of protection if one income source fails.
Okay, so let's put this all together. We've got the emergency fund system, the backup HELOC system, the side income system. What does this actually mean for you, the listener, when things go sideways?
Well, the reality is, when job loss hits unexpectedly, most people panic. It's a totally natural human reaction to that kind of crisis.
Yeah, absolutely. Flight or fight kicks in.
Right. But if you've already built these systems, you've got your emergency fund rolling, you have the HELOC approved just in case, you've got a little side income trickling, and you're in a different position.
You're not starting from zero.
Exactly. You don't just, survive by the skin of your teeth. You have a buffer. You can keep your home. You can maintain more of your family's routine. You preserve that crucial peace of mind. It lets you shift from pure reaction mode
Into calculated action. Makes sense.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, having these systems provides like a vital structure. It dramatically reduces that emotional reactive response during a super stressful time.
So you can think more clearly.
Right. Instead of being paralyzed by panic, you can make more rational, measured decisions because you actually have a foundation. You have a plan, a blueprint to follow, even if it's just the basics.
Which really raises a key question then, doesn't it, for everyone listening? How can you start building these systems into your everyday life now, before you actually need them, so they just become part of your normal financial and personal landscape?
That's the critical takeaway, I think, making it default.
Yeah, and interestingly, it wasn't just about money systems either. Our sources also really highlighted the power of, well, networks and community.
Ah, yes. The human element.
Yeah. Beyond just the financial plumbing, being part of a community, people who share strategies, maybe help each other automate income streams or just lean on each other for support.
That makes a huge difference.
It means you're never truly alone, right? Even if a job vanishes overnight, that's a kind of support system that money alone just can't replicate.
That's a fascinating point the sources brought up, how that collective knowledge, that mutual support, actually amplifies individual resilience.
How so?
Well, when you're connected to a community that gets these challenges, that shares what works and what doesn't, the overall safety net just becomes stronger, more robust.
Like a shared brain trust.
Kind of, yeah. It's a really powerful antidote to feeling totally overwhelmed, especially with all the information out there. You can tap into shared wisdom, practical experience, exactly when you need it most.
So, wrapping this up then, the core takeaway feels pretty clear. Jobs, they'll come and go. That seems to be the reality of the modern economy.
It does seem that way. More dynamic, less stable sometimes.
But your home, your family's foundation, that core stability that can be protected with the right planning, with the right systems in place. So the message is, don't wait for the storm. Start building your safety net now.
Absolutely. And maybe, as a final thought for everyone listening, consider this. Beyond just the practical strategies we've talked about today, what does it truly mean to build a resilient life?
It's maybe about cultivating not just these financial systems, but a more, let's say, systemic approach to all of life's unpredictable shifts and changes. An approach that allows you to adapt, to innovate, and ultimately, yeah, to thrive. No matter what economic currents might come your way, it's about building adaptability into your core.